Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Franklin, and today I'm going to inform you about Brexit and how one vote changed Europe. This is a topic that still affects trade, the economy, and politics today. Imagine if the United States decided to leave one of its major political alliances. That is what Britain decided to do when they left the European Union. This completely changed trade, travel, and politics. In 2016, the United Kingdom did exactly that when 52% of its voters decided to leave the European Union, which shocked Europe and had ripple effects across the whole entire world. Before I researched this, I knew little about Europe, but now I know that it is an impact that goes much deeper than you would think, and that one vote can truly change the world. Today, I'll explain three major things. First, I'll explain what Brexit is. Second, I'll explain why it happened. And third of all, its global effect. What is Brexit? Brexit is Britain's exit from the European Union. It refers to the United Kingdom's decision to leave the European Union, which is a political and economic alliance of the countries in Europe. The UK had been a major member since 1973. So this was a huge historical decision. According to BBC News, the referendum vote happened in 2016, but the UK officially left in 2020. This timeline is important because it shows that major political changes take years to fully happen. And the map on this side shows the relation to Britain to the rest of Europe as a whole. This was the biggest reason that people debated Brexit. One reason was immigration concerns, the second, economic control, and finally, political independence. Let's start with the first, immigration concerns. Because the European Union had free movement policies, many citizens felt there was too much immigration into the UK, and they wanted stricter border control. Another major reason was the economic control. Some voters felt that Britain was paying too much into the European Union and they wanted their own currency. And finally, political independence. They wanted to make their own laws. Being a part of the European Union meant that they had to follow a stricter set of laws as the rest of the whole entire Europe. So that is when the 2016 referendum happened and Britain decided to leave the European Union. The effects of Britain's exit are still being felt today, both economically and in the restrictions of travel with border issues. So over here we have a graph of what happened after Britain decided to leave the European Union. As you can see, major trade effects in imports and exports shifted after 2020. Britain also changed travel restrictions, passport rules, and border policies, especially for people moving between Britain and Europe. Another major effect was political. Brexit made other countries question whether international alliances are always beneficial. This matters to us because global trade and international politics affect the United States economy and travel opportunities, which is being seen in Iran today. So, in summary, what does Brexit mean? Brexit means Britain's exit from the European Union, which was a major alliance in Europe. Second, it happened because of concerns involving immigration, economic control, and political independence. The effects are still visible through trade changes, travel restrictions, and global political debates. Overall, Brexit shows how one nation's decision can create worldwide consequences. In the end, one vote can reshape the future of an entire nation. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Looking back at it 6 years later, do you think they made the right decision?
Looking back at it 6 years ago, I think they definitely made the right decision because they can now have their own sovereignty and they can make laws for themselves without needing to ask for the European Union's input.
How did the making of this presentation further your understanding of the topic?
Before I made this presentation, I knew very little about Brexit, and now I know why it happened and its global effects on even the United States today. So, definitely broadened my view. Thank you, everybody. Oh, and then the citations. These are my images citations and the content.